We're ready.
All right, second win, 11 days. I was proud of the way those guys played. A lot of guys played banged up on a short week. A lot of young players stepped up and made some plays to help us win the football game. And Raiders are, they have a good football team. They didn't make it easy. We had opportunities to win that game a lot of times, but like I said, guys kept fighting. They found a way to win it at the end, and that's all that matters. But I was really proud of those young kids, the way they stepped up and played and helped out. A lot of veteran players we had on the pitch count, Mike, Keenan, Joey, those guys were beat up a little bit. So, second guy stepped up and did a good job. But
all right, let's start it off. Cam Buford.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Cam.
Hey, congratulations on the second win, consecutive weeks, rather. How did your strategy change with the quarterback once their quarterback went down? How much did that impact your strategy?
That was hard. I'm going to tell you, that was hard because he's a dual threat, and we knew he could beat us with his legs, and he makes you play 11 on 11. And when you hadn't trained and practiced for that all week on a short week, that was a little bit of a surprise for us. But I thought our defense made the adjustments, hung in there, and slowed them down just enough.
Okay, Coach, you guys ended the half on a great note. Called the timeouts, got the ball back, went down and scored. You guys were looked like you were rolling. You come out in the second half, and then you run the Wildcat. Can you explain that strategy?
We were doing things to keep them off balance. We were trying to hit the perimeter. We was using different personnel groupings. We do that every week. We have direct snaps. We have whatever. But that's all those just to keep guys off balance. It didn't work, obviously, but a lot of times that play does work. It's no different than a speed sweep. So, that play that didn't work.
Yeah, congratulations on the win. I just throughout the game there, you had a couple fourth and twos that looked like your offense was moving the ball pretty well, and you decided to punt. Why did you run?
I kicked on a 4th and 2 when we were tied.
Mm-hmm.
We had been down, probably would have gone for it, but there was no 4th and 2s that I remember where we punted.
Okay.
Unless we were, I don't remember that. You could be right, but I don't remember that. But anyway, I made the decisions I made, and I'm fine with my decisions.
Okay, good. Congrats on W. Travel safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Coach, what have you seen differently in the last 2 wins, especially just from a mental standpoint and an energy standpoint from these players?
Guys, guys tired of losing close games and want to win some of these, and the guys are fighting and they're executing it in the end, and that's what we have to do. In some of these games that we've lost, execution down the stretch made a difference. And right now, guys are making those plays. Last week it was the turnovers, and this week it was a key turnover as well. They could have helped us win the game, but we didn't capitalize off of that. But they're fresh, they're taking care of their bodies, and we're trying to finish this thing off the right way.
Your defense, especially in the fourth quarter and going into overtime, looked a little bit winded at times and looked tired, obviously, because they were on the field. But what does that say about your defense to continue to hang in there, especially 2 big plays from Isaac Rochelle down the stretch at the other end?
They fight, man. They fight all the way to the end. And, they bend, but they don't break a lot. At least they have in the last couple of weeks. So that's good to see.
And how impressed have you been with the special teams? I know you took over recently. So how impressed have you been with the special teams?
Special teams coverage has been it's been fine. Pump protection, it's been fine. I like to make more plays aggressively in the return game, to be honest with you. But I thought the kickoff return field position wasn't bad when they gave us an opportunity. But we have to make our kicks. As simple as that. We have to make our kicks.
Thank you, Coach.
Sure.
Joe Reedy.
Anthony, I know you mentioned it at the beginning, but just talk about the play of your young wide receivers. Johnson with another strong game. Guyton came up with a couple big catches. It seemed like they really rose to the forefront.
Yeah, we put those guys in positions to make plays. Those guys are young, but they have talent. And their speed a lot of times creates separation for them to catch balls. But Guyton caught some really tough. He made some really tough catches today. His touches were contested, and I thought he came down with a few important balls. T. Billy, people are so scared to death of him getting behind the secondary that he's making some plays underneath now and running with the football afterwards. So that's good to see. But both those guys are just growing like weeds. They're getting better and better. They're so young, But it was good to see them step up in the absence of Keenan and Mike today.
What was the discussion with Justin like after he took that sack on third down? Late in regulation.
When we missed the field goal after that,
Yeah.
it was just, it was a learning situation for him just to throw that ball away. He was outside the pocket, just throw it away.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Gilbert.
Hey, Anthony, just your thoughts on Michael Badger missing the 2 field goals at the end. I guess what's going on with him?
Gilbert, I would love to know what's going on in his head right now. But I know last week he kicked the game winner. I thought he got his swag back. I thought he was over the hump. And he didn't kick well today. It's just that simple. I mean, we're in a dome, and he didn't kick well today.
You mentioned the game-winning field goal last week, but are you thinking about getting maybe another guy to come in and try out, or is it still his job?
We will reevaluate everything, after we watch this tape and make those decisions probably tomorrow.
And Anthony, any update on Joey Bosa?
Joey Spot played him on third down today, and in some critical situations at the end of the game. But he wasn't able to give us everything he had today.
Was the shin bothering him?
Yeah, it was sore.
Okay. Thank you, Anthony.
Sure.
Hopper.
Hey, Anthony, what kind of growth has Justin Herbert showed you these last 2 weeks with 2 game-winning drives?
A lot of growth. He's doing it with young receivers on the field, spreading the ball, moving, just doing everything that he has to do to keep plays alive and extend plays. And his eyes down the field. Yeah, he has the legs and the athletic ability to run it, but I like it when he gets the ball to our receivers down the field. We work those scramble drills a lot. And that is a really dangerous play because that's a play that the defense can't prepare for. And I thought he handled that really well today.
He was obviously really on early in this game, but it seemed like you guys got away from the pass a little bit in the second half, aside from the touchdown drive. Were you satisfied overall with how the game was called in the second half? Justin only ended up with...
I was fine with how the game was called. You can't be one-dimensional in National Football League. I don't care how well you're throwing the ball. You're going to have to mix it. Defenses will catch up with you and shut you down, and turnovers and sacks and everything else happens. I thought we did a good job of mixing the run and the pass, and I was fine with that.
But you didn't think that you had such a big advantage passing the ball that it was something that you should continue to exploit?
Sometimes you have that advantage passing the ball because you are able to run, and then you open up things and you get guys in certain coverages, and you run a play to set up another play, but you have to run the football. Like I say, nobody in this league is one-dimensional.
And just as far as the defense, obviously they're on the field for a long time in that second half, as Nick alluded to. I mean, just how challenging was that for your defense to be on the field as much as they were, and then have to come up in those big situations late?
It was very challenging. I felt them getting tired at the end. Even in that overtime, I called the timeout just to give those guys some rest. Yeah, it was challenging, but they hung in there, and we rotated a lot of guys. We had some young guys in there playing as well. So.
Before Badgley's second miss, you took a timeout. What was the thinking there?
I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
The 51-yarder after Justin took the sack.
Well, it's probably just to get the whole operation settled down and everybody on the field, give him time to go out there and make his kick.
And then just with Joey, obviously he was banged up, but the fact that he was in there making plays despite the injury and despite being sore, what does it say about him as a leader for your club?
Oh, it says a lot. Joey, if he can play, he's going to play. It's our job to protect him. But at the end, we needed him out there, and he went out and he made some plays. And so Joey Bosa, his teammates respect the heck out of him. The guy shows up, works every day. He's a heck of a football player, but he's also a heck of a person.
Was Kaiser banged up? He wasn't on the field.
Kaiser got a little banged up. We got him out of the game at the end.
Thank you.
Yep.
Last one for you, Coach. Shelley Smith.
Coach, I don't know if you answered this yet or not, but with Joey, they said on TV that he was being evaluated for a concussion. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Or that's correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. That'll do it. Thanks, Coach.